This little guy is interested in your faces, so he's kind of looking your direction.
Okay. How old is he? This guy? I cannot. I see like a half of his face. So I even like. Oh, 3 year old. Wow.
All right.
No, he's 3 months.
What is it? 3 months.
Yeah, we're headed to 4 in the next few weeks.
But who is speaking?
That's my
Three
daughter.
months?
Yeah. Say hi.
Oh, I see.
Hi.
That was the confusion. I feel like someone is speaking. I feel like, oh, 3 months is like too early, right, to speak.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
let's this session actually has already started being recorded. So it seems like today we have an extended community board meeting. So welcome guys to this session. We have Gary Evans, Evanson. We have Rahim, and we have two little guys joining us as well. So
Our future members.
correct.
Future
Yeah.
like prospects.
Yes.
Prospect. Yeah.
So, as you have heard us mention severally before, community board is meant for approving projects and accepting projects as well. So today I'd like to start with sharing the project I'd like to present to the board, which I've been working on for the past 2 weeks, and this is the common hour. Common hour SOPs. We also have like a tutorial for for co- conducting a common hour. So these requirements are posted here on this space, common hour organizers space, and so when you access this space, you're going to get to this page where you're going to get like a invite or a welcome page where you'll see some information about a common hour, the event fundamentals, how to organize a common hour. When you click here, you get the SOP. And down here, we have a tutorial, a video going over all the steps where that are fundamental for a successful common hour event. Let's click here to go to the SOPs. So these are the requirements. I mentioned some of them. You need to be registered in CNM Cyber. You need to have VM credentials. This is because the meeting will be running 7 days a week up to the day when the actual event will take place. And now you'll need to end that session, collect the questions, answer them during the actual event. And now you'll end that session in that VM and in the actual event as well. And now you'll also start over again another session whereby people will post their questions on the welcome on the community or common hour link that will be running throughout the week. So this is one of the posters that will be posted there. You have during the activities to do during the event, what to do after the event in case of unpredictable circumstances, and then key deliverables. We have the FAQs, common hour summary. You need to post it in the welcome space since this is a tool meant for the welcome space to onboard new participants and just a session to ask questions and anything that might come up that people need to discuss. So within this SOP, there are other prerequisites. This is like the passwords that you need. We also created how to go to a VM machine, how to start a VM machine. There are a few pictures there that will help guide you to connect to a VM machine. Yeah,
Mm.
and then steps also that you need to connect to a VM machine. Right, that's about it. If you need more information about this, you're welcome to go to the Common Hour organizer space. or also watch the video. Leave your questions in the comment section of the video. And if you're interested, for our new members who want to organize a Common Hour event, feel free to share your interest with the board in this session. So that's all I had for you guys. And as well, we had several discussions with Rahim and Evans. And Evans.
Let's
So
let's talk about. Are you going to switch to another topic or no? Or we are staying on the same?
No. In case there are any questions about
Common Hour.
Common Hour, if there are any questions about the Common Hour, we can discuss them now before we switch to a different topic.
Do you have any questions, Rahim, Evans, Johnson?
For me, I don't have questions at this moment.
But
I believe going forward,
I will have a question. I will have a question. What is VM?
Is it directed to me or Rahim?
No. Kind of Rahim talked,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Rahim, you say you have no questions. I'll have questions to you. Kevin several times said VM. Do you know what VM is? No.
Probably your mic is muted, Rahim. Maybe unmute your microphone and try to answer the question.
No, he left.
Okay.
Rahim left. Evanson, do you have any questions to Kevin?
Probably no questions.
Some have no questions too. Okay, Kevin, you're like, what's the next step? Like, what do you envision, or how you envision to do this? Because I see several like weak points. One point, I see this Common Hour organizer space, which is also kind of like who will run, who will organize it, who will handle this space. Also, Common Hour is tightly it's tied. It's kind of the same like SOP. In my view, kind of the Common Hour SOP should be a part of like a bigger, like instruction for a person who runs Welcome Space.
Correct.
Like it's good that you did this kind of some like onboarding, how to start onboarding. It's good. Let's try. I would say let's try to test. I would advise let's start testing. And we have people like Rahim Evanson or Evans probably, and they can try to execute it and to see what will happen.
Yes.
Because the only way to kind of to test is actually testing, right?
Yeah.
You cannot say it is good or bad just basically looking at the text, right?
Yeah.
But again, in my view, this is kind of Common Hour is just like a part. Common Hour is the peak, but both like Welcome Space and I had doubts about this, like Common Hour organizer space, separate space.
Correct. No. Common Hour, this is just where we don't want to post so much information on the Welcome Space, like the SOPs and everything. It might distract the new members. So this is just where organizers can get all the information they need. But organizing Common Hour takes place in the Welcome Space. The event will be scheduled on the Welcome Space. The results of the Common Hour will be also posted.
But you see, let's say, kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, you will have Common Hour organizer space. Okay. What about Welcome Space? You will have like Welcome Space organizers. Then you will need some orientation, and you will do orientation space, orientation providers, organizers,
Mm-hmm.
spaces, made to group, let's say, like welcome and common hour is a part of our probably MOFU, middle of the funnel,
Yeah.
because kind of people before
Mm-hmm.
getting to 10x, we consider people, or before clicking this like join, we
Mm-hmm.
consider people as a top of the funnel, but this is people who already clicked, so they are kind of in the middle of the funnel.
Correct.
Maybe like middle of the funnel or kind of some onboarding. We call it also like onboarding, maybe onboarding, kind of
Mm-hmm.
onboarding organizer. Kind of, I just honestly, I'm not sure that the name is correct. And we have so many spaces which are we underutilized. We
Yeah.
have how many spaces we have? Like 200, 300, 400. I
No.
even don't know. I don't count, right?
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
two people and 300 spaces, right? So it's kind of it doesn't sound like right. But
Mm-hmm.
testing is kind of the best way.
Yeah, we can test,
So
see what comes up.
can we assign like anyone who join our team?
Mm-hmm.
We can give kind of this as a kind of as a part of their like first assignment,
Correct. Yes.
kind of to do this.
Yeah.
In this case, it will be tested all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. We can do that.
So we will give it to Rahim or Evanson guys.
So hey guys, anyone who's interested in scheduling our next common hour, please feel free to unmute and share your interest.
So when are we having the next common hour? Is that on Tuesday?
Correct. Yes.
we don't have we don't have any schedule. Like it's not the next. It cannot be next Tuesday. If you like,
Mhm.
the idea is that someone needs to start like this session, and this session will be open. So like people who cannot go to on Tuesday, they can go at any day and post their questions or kind of concern or anything. This was the idea.
Mhm.
Initially, idea was proposed by Kevin and then like modified. And basically, it's kind of common space. If you just got in, maybe if we have too many people, possibly people can just go in at any time and someone there, they might possibly like talk or discuss or something. But the idea is to run this like common, like video conference
Mhm.
on the tech slash common 24/7. So if we consider that Tuesday will be the kind of the final day, next Tuesday someone needs to open the session, right?
Yeah.
Wait for 7 days, collect initial questions, and
Mhm.
then week after the next Tuesday, Tuesday
Question.
at the week of the next Tuesday, we'll conduct this session,
Correct.
moderate.
All right. So anyone who's interested.
Okay, kind of we can move. We can move. We don't need to kind of to make a decision now. We can
Okay.
make decision in a week from now. But I
Mhm.
don't want. I want it
Um,
kind of actually to run. I want to it kind of to start working. I want this common hour to be kind of a real thing.
Mhm.
This is the point.
Okay. So even if you're not,
Someone started. Yeah,
yeah.
Evanson started talking. What?
Mhm.
I wanted to do maybe I'm available on Thursday full time, so we can see if I can run the common hour the whole day because I don't have anything scheduled on Thursdays. So I just
It's
wanted to
an
run it
hour.
by
It
you.
doesn't. It doesn't make to make like whole day.
Oh, okay,
It's kind
okay.
of Thursday.
Just for
Just
a
like
few hours.
we can do it instead of Tuesday. We can do it Thursday. I don't mind. For the
Okay,
testing purpose, like it doesn't matter. We're
Correct.
testing right now, right?
Yeah.
all right. So we can set it to Thursday. Then I'll get ready so I can jump on into that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. All right. Thank you,
Okay,
Evans, for that. So we'll move to the next session. I want to invite you guys who have proposals to share with us, and we can discuss on them, approve those we need to approve as we move along.
but Kevin, we need to kind of do generally like this is the main question because they will say, "Oh, I have this project, I have this project."
Mhm.
I want kind of to make sure that we agree on the big picture, and the big picture is the answer to the question how
Mhm.
Evanson and Rahim
Mhm.
can start working. Because if we answer this question,
Mhm.
like, so then kind of then we know what we're building, right?
Correct.
So it makes sense kind of to them to pick, but how? Let's say I want to hear them. So let's say Rahim or Evanson right
Yeah.
now. When Kevin said like, "Give me your project," right? What your feeling is? What is your consideration? What is your? Do you know what to say? Do you know what projects are available? Do you know what
Yeah.
are your thoughts?
Okay. So we've had several sessions with Rahim Evans and
Okay.
Evanson as well, and I walked them through the projects that we have available on the
Okay.
Rise Next backlog. So I believe each has something to share with us today.
hmm If someone will take care of the backlog itself,
Yeah, yes, yes. I'm actually torn in between working on the backlog or community board, SOP. So
yeah, community board is a big thing,
will be my next project.
and backlog is a big thing.
Correct. Yeah.
So let's say Wise Next Kitchen is and community board. Yes, both are kind of huge.
Yeah. So
Okay,
Rahim,
I'm listening.
Rahim, I believe you're ready. Are you able to share with us? Or Evanson or Evans?
Okay. I think I'd wanna handle the middle of the funnel. That's educating the prospects and accommodating the entrance to the wise practice. So okay, so I'll work on the middle of the funnel.
As a whole or kind of a particular part?
I haven't settled on a particular part because I'd wanna
hmm
do a pen test on the whole thing. Then where I get challenges, I can just request assistance from Kevin, or I can have assistance from Rahim on pointers where I find a little bit difficult or challenging. So the ones I can handle alone, then I'll do a breakdown. Then I'll get in touch with you by midweek, give you my progress. Then yeah, where I find it difficult, we'll communicate and see how we can go around it.
Okay. Which
That's cool. I would say if you do like this, like welcome, kind of welcome space and common hour, they are most like they're all related to this project. So you will take your deliverables will be like this, if we rename Common Hour Organizer Space to middle of the funnel developers,
Yes.
or middle of the funnelers, or more for, I don't know, like whatever name you will propose the name. You can
I'll propose
basically
the name.
take, yeah, you will take care of this space, right? And
Yeah.
there we will have SOP for welcome space and common hour,
Yeah,
and we need orientation session. And
correct.
you need, basically, by the way, you spoke, you gave many good ideas when we had this second session, like the final, like the kind of briefing session, or like
Correct.
after action session on the dry run.
Yeah.
So you can basically think, yes, how to move the people from from the interested those who clicked join us, to
Mhm.
people who actually start performing. Yeah, it's good idea. I like it.
Mhm.
Kevin, you wanted to say something, right?
Yes, from his suggestions, he was really good in, I'd say, onboarding and how, on the
Hmm.
entire onboarding process, he had some really good suggestion about this. So I agree.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah, he's a, at least like his suggestions were like pretty advanced. Yes, good.
Correct. Correct. Thank
It's
you.
a good idea.
Yeah. So next, who will be next?
Rahim wrote that he was in the noisy place, so
Okay.
he couldn't kind of.
Yes,
Oh, your result.
but now I'm okay, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Welcome
okay,
back.
okay, cool. Yeah, so you had the conversations with Kevin, and you kind of and he proposed something, right?
Hello, Kevin.
Yes. Yes, Rahim.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much. So you had asked me before what project I wanted to work on, and
Correct.
I went through the projects. And under the beta test must have, I identified project number 2, which is welcome space, creating and refining content for the welcome space. There is where I felt like I could start there.
Proceed.
Okay, so the project, what I'm aiming to achieve, and what my target is, given a chance, I would like to create a space whereby someone not only feel comfortable but also excited, and also create a way that they can be curious of what next, giving them a chance to learn more about Kenya X, and also using the information provided and adding more creative information. It can make them not only pass the page once but also stay at Kenya X. So that's my biggest desire.
What do you feel like welcome space purposes?
Thank you so much. I feel like welcome space, its main purpose, it's now to, after someone has already been they're willing to join and they've already signed up. Now this is a platform where they'll be able to get the information that they need to proceed to the next level, which is to get into the page, and also now midway of their journey. Now this is a place that if a well content and directed content is created, they can relate to what Kenya X is, they can know what to do and where to head from there, they can be able to learn what Kenya X is about in general.
All right. So,
We kind of like if we speak that, let's say Evanson will take care of like middle of the funnel and welcome space is a part of it. So how they will it wouldn't be like a conflict. Maybe it makes sense kind of at least like to go like step by step, kind of for Evanson to outline the purposes of welcome space. I cannot say that I agree on the purpose of welcome space. In my view, welcome space, like this is what my thoughts are. We don't have like Rahim is talking that all people who will be joining, they will be interested in this practice, like entry-level job, pre-entry-level job, right? But it could be many different people. It can be people who like Evans, people who want to kind of apply their professional expertise as volunteers or possibly like contractors. It can be partners. Yeah, it can be partners. So let's say basically like 4 different categories, right? Partners, contractors, participants, like students. Let's call it learners. How do we call it? Learners, right?
correct.
Or students.
Yeah.
I even forgot. And someone who is looking for just, again, volunteers, contractors, partners, learners. 4 groups, right? So, like from my perspective, Welcome Space is more like a platform between all of those groups, right? That is, we have common hour because it is kind of for all people, regardless where they are, right? And the main goal, like the second goal, is probably like to direct people to identify what their needs is and direct people in different directions. If you want to be a volunteer, go there. If you want to offer your services like for pay, go there. If you want to be a partner, go there. And if you want to start working, go there. Otherwise, we're at another place, we will be dividing those people and directing them. So kind of the purpose of, like, I see 2 purposes of Welcome Space. One, to serve as a platform between like all the groups, all the people, all the categories. And second, to direct people to different, more specialized spaces. Because the information which students may need will be different from the information which partners will need, right? So there are like different people. We cannot use the same message to both, right? Does it make sense or no? Or we need to create several platforms for different categories. I don't know, but I would say the design, like we need to design what the Welcome Space actually will do.
Yeah.
Kind of to direct people to different places or to promote the idea of work, or like what Rahim was saying to me sounded more like welcome to Wise Next to Wise Next, right? Not like welcome to CNM Cyber. Does it make sense or no, Rahim?
It does make sense, sir.
Yeah. So I would say I would give if we agree on Evanson will work on this, let's allow him to work on this. Like kind of to decide to create what will like how this middle of the funnel will be structured and how and what should we have there.
Okay, sir.
But you kind of, Kevin, you said about community board, and you also didn't pick your project, right? What you
Yes,
will
I
do
mentioned like
next, if we consider.
community board or this entire list to update the backlog, to work on the backlog. So
Do you want to take Rahim to work with you on this project,
sure, sure, sure.
or you will take one and give kind of another one to him? So let's say he can work on the backlog,
Mm-hmm.
and you can work on their. So he will work on the Weissneck's kitchen, and you will work on community board.
Yes.
Or how do you envision?
Let, let,
What do you want?
yeah, we can do that. By Wise Next Kitchen, what do you envision like the results will be of this project?
Backlog itself and backlog SOP.
Okay.
Backlog by itself is a work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Correct.
Weissneck's kitchen, it should be like space. It
Mm-hmm.
should be SOP
Mm-hmm.
because like eventually we need to have it SOP. It cannot be like just a project under development because it must be running, executing all the time, right?
Correct.
Because you see, even like in our discussion, it's
Mm-hmm.
already kind of a problem with the backlog, right?
Yeah.
Because kind of
Yeah.
because they technically pick like a part of another part which is not defined yet, right?
Yeah. That's correct. So,
So
Rahim, are you in agreement?
backlog basically it is kind of what people will do. It's a job which will be given kind of students to practice with, and this like so eventually it should be some coordinator or kind of some person who will be executing this SOP, right? And this person will kind of I forgot, probably Rahim talked about this. Yeah, Rahim talked about this. He
Mm-hmm.
said, oh, we need to run it like twice a week, right? Because it's like one time is not enough. So this is exactly what we need. We need to discuss this like backlog first, right? And then to prepare it for the community board, and community board will approve it or disapprove, or kind of or as to for
That's correct.
modification.
So, Rahim, are you in agreement?
Rahim, what do you think? What do you
Yes,
think?
yes, I'm here. I'm here, and I think it's okay, and I'm willing to work on that. There's no problem. Anywhere that I
Okay.
feel like I need to ask a question, I'll ask a question. But it's a good project for me to do.
Yeah, and you already kind of you proposed it kind of initially. So we need to like a backlog is exactly kind of this like a list of projects or operations which will be given students like you, right? Like to
Yes,
pick, okay, what you kind of what pick what you want to, right? And
yes, sir.
eventually it will be also like several if several people will pick the same, so on community board will be making decision to whom to award the contract.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like we are on a good kind of on a good note.
Mhm.
Evans, what is your interest? I see you are participating. Why are you here? What is your goal? If you don't mind.
My goal here in CNM Cyber, or
in
is
this
it a
parti-
general?
in this particular in this particular meeting.
Oh,
Since
in
he
this
came.
particular meeting.
I think you meant Evans, the other Evans, not Evanson.
No, I meant Evan, not even Evanson. Evans, yes,
You
I
meant
meant
Evans,
Evans. Correct.
correct? Yes, that was Evanson.
Not Evanson, not Evans.
Oh yeah, Evans. You didn't. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so thank you so much, Gary. Actually, we have been in discussion with Kevin, and he did
Mhm.
suggest to me something that I thought maybe it will be of great value as part and parcel of this project. So we were coming up with this idea of having like okay, me coming up with a structured program that will be able to cover like a structured training program that will be able to cover web design, covering from beginner to advanced level. So I was discussing with Kevin about having this guide that will be able to enable us use it so that we can be able to guide the students when they'll be learning web design, basically from the start, because when a student comes and they choose which module they wish to be able to go through. So I saw this web design. For me, it will be much easier to be able to go through it and be able to see how best maybe we can be able to cover up some of the topics. So I actually sent Kevin just an email about some of the modules that we'll be able to cover, and we did come up with approximately 6 modules, which I did want to first to be able to share out with the board first, before maybe I could be able to put it in writing within the discussion at the community board. So as we were discussing, I discovered that some of the whole process, the whole ecosystem of the web design process, it entails so many items that one needs to be able to understand and be able to achieve by a module basis. And it will be good if possible, these students will be able to learn these modules bit by bit, from let's say an example, setting up how to be able to set up maybe the WordPress, either on a local host server, or maybe when you're setting it maybe on a live server as well. And then from there, now the aspect of setting up the themes, how to be able to install the themes and the plugins. So basically the modules will be able to cover some of the aspects, and things to do with the page design, things also to do with search engine optimization, things also to do with security, how to be able to secure your site as well, and also the aspect of content creation, how one can be able to structure out their content, so that these content will be able to be displayed well when they are setting up the website as well. So we discussed with Kevin just briefly, but we did maybe okay, we did conclude that if it's something that we can be able to, if it's something that's worthwhile, and we can be able to go forward with it, I can be able to put it within the discussion within the community board, so that now we can be able to go through it and see if it can be able to be approved. So that is what actually we came up with in the course during this past week with Kevin.
That's correct. So basically,
And kind of, and how long do you feel like this program? Kind of what, based on what like Evans was saying, it sounds to me like kind of it's like 3-year program or what? How long? How
Evan
long you?
normally has many words while explaining some.
Yeah, but kind of what
Basically,
is the time frame? Let's say he kind of. I'm not sure that like setting up like WordPress website kind of on the
not
server
not
is
Okay.
generally needed.
Well,
we
what
need it kind of at this
Evans is
stage. But
talking about is like a practice program for web developers. What they will
mhm,
learn. I envision Evans being like our mentor for web developers. So in this stage, we
correct.
design.
Not you are using the word web developers. We are not. I
Yeah.
don't plan to do anything with web development.
Mhm.
Like what I put like website
Okay.
Or
developers.
website, correct,
So
correct.
it's not
Okay.
only like kind of
Websites,
website means kind of the content, yeah, the like design, and so on and so forth.
website.
So, but the main question. So let's say
Mhm.
again in our like set of coordinates, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
let's say the first
Mhm.
people kind of let's say this like tofu people get to our welcome space and common hour and so
Okay.
on and so forth, our
Mhm.
middle of the
All right.
funnel.
Correct.
Then they got educated, then their first job is to do like product analysis, right? To
Mhm.
analyze our products
Correct.
and say,
Correct.
oh, it's good,
Correct.
it's bad.
Yes.
We will need to give them some instructions,
Mhm.
let's say how to use like this large
Correct.
learning models, or
Mhm.
how to use like chatbots, or
Correct.
how to
Okay.
use our VMs,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Correct.
How to report. So
Mhm.
kind of it's like a basic. I would assume no more than like 2-3 hours. Then when people did this
Mhm.
and produced something which Rahim produced, right? Like the video. Oh, this is the
Okay.
website. I don't like this, and that.
Mhm.
I possibly will keep this, and that,
Mhm.
and
Mm-hmm.
this, and that is missing, right?
Correct.
Right.
So then, kind of other people will move to website development,
Yes.
and we
Okay.
definitely will need some short, brief training,
Correct.
but it cannot be like 3 years. It should be like really, 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 really brief,
Mhm.
like
Brief.
really brief.
Correct.
Maybe again, like 2-3 hours.
Yes. So
Correct.
this is
It kind
where
of, I will give, let's say,
Mhm.
I did it many times with students.
Okay.
I
Okay.
did it many times.
Mhm.
And like the best practice from my expertise
Mhm.
is to
Mm-hmm.
give them actually like a platform like WordPress
Mhm.
and say,
Okay.
oh, kind of like this is your task. Do your the website for your persona, or kind of or something. Do
Yes.
your WordPress. Do your website
Mhm.
Okay.
without any names, or kind of like a personal or about something.
Mhm.
And when
Okay.
they start doing and they show to each other, then they got excited.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you are saying, okay, this is the task. Add like some, I don't know, whatever. Add something like some video to your website. Like give them some kind of simple tasks. And like, so the structure was coming from the tasks, like more, and brief explanations how to do it.
Mhm.
But the practice is kind of the key. Um, at
Okay.
the same time, let's say if we see, for instance, let's take Rahim's case, right?
Mhm.
With Rahim case, he offered something,
Mhm.
and now want him to move to another stage to develop, right?
Mhm.
And we give him kind of the mentor. So it could be something, but it is not like it should be better defined what kind of what the product will be in deliverables, because modules like 30 modules, they will go step by step learning this and that sounded to me like kind of, I don't plan to be like a training company. If
Okay.
people will be excited, let's say someone will say, oh, I'm excited, I want to go, I want to be like a web developer,
Mhm.
then we can possibly set up like a company with Evans,
Mhm.
like a training company, and it will be like business of Evans. It's not our business.
Correct.
to kind of to train people to be like web developers.
Okay.
All right. So what you mean is more like practice, less theory.
Kind of, we need to establish the scope, kind of what will be like the scope and kind of what the time frame, how it will be, how we will start, what we will say. And we can use kind of the same case with Rahim, basically. Because Rahim said, oh, I don't like this, this, and that.
Yeah.
Now the question is, okay, how he, or kind of to empower him to make these actual changes, to move one section in this place and another section in this place is good.
Yeah.
So like how it will be. I don't see the structure like at this moment, but we need to develop the structure.
All right. So
how it will be, what the process will be.
Okay, so we can do like an office hour this coming week. You, Evans.
Not with me. No, not with me. Not with me. Or you want to do it with me? I don't know.
No. With Evans and you, basically. I'll just be like a week.
Yeah, this is like a kind of like a task force, right?
Yeah.
A task force meeting.
Correct.
Collect the ideas, develop the ideas, and kind of summarize them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I believe we've come to the end of our session, unless there's anything else we need to add or any question we need to address, comments or suggestions from you guys before we end this session.
Okay. I want to address one thing. So like one more thing. So we discussed that like for the participants, people who basically got to the program, right? We cover, let's say, internet expense, right? It's
Correct.
like one thing, right? A week. We give like 10 hours of work, and we give some like kind of deliverable based like bonus, right?
Correct.
Or pay.
Correct.
So I would say for this 10 hour, I will make kind of more distinctions. So like 1 hour will cover participation in something. Maybe also it's a good idea. Rahim, by the way, put it kind of mentioned about this before. Kind of some even like we need testimonies. We need like people talking about like, oh, I did this week, right? So basically like this week, but instead of this week, maybe short videos. And we can put it as a kind of as our testimonies. So we need to be like testimonies. Maybe this 10 hour will cover this like testimony, I would say. Let's think about this and kind of get back on the next session, because right now we are running out of time.
Sure.
Natalia is waiting.
All right. Okay. So thank you all. Let's. This is an assignment. Let's get your thoughts and your ideas about this. Thank you, guys. We meet again next Sunday, same time, same place.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you too. I appreciate it.